Good morning, beautiful souls. How are we all doing? I just want to wish you to have the most beautiful day full of kindness and love and joy. So I'm coming on today to share with you a revelation and teaching that I realized today. It is something that has been triggered by my family situation right now. But it links to our mission as light workers. So hear me out, okay? I might need to tell you a little bit of a story, but hear me out because it's actually really, really, really important, okay? So as many of you know, my dad had a heart attack, and then he had an urgent bypass surgery on the 9th of October. And since then, he has moved into this room, actually. This used to be my office. Now it turned into his room. But I'm borrowing it quickly. Because he had to recover, he's on the medications, and recently he had one of his wounds got infected, so he's on antibiotics. I didn't want to tell him. I wanted him to do the whole healing, but he's not totally against it, but he just doesn't believe it. So anyway, that's for another story. And my dad's had a problem with alcohol all my life. So I've always known he was drinking, he just had a problem with alcohol, and I've been exposed to it throughout my whole childhood, and it really damaged me because I was always very scared of my mum. My dad would get quite aggressive. He would never hit us or abuse us or anything like that. No. But he would display aggressive behavior. He would look for a fight, and I was always, as I was growing up, I was very worried to leave my mum with him. And then when she passed away when I was 23, I didn't want to leave my dad to live by himself, because obviously it was a massive shock to all of us. So me and my husband, back then we were just dating. We were not even engaged yet, but we were dating. So Richard moved in with us, so we were all living together, three of us. And I lived with him until I was 27, so 4 years. But his drinking got to such a bad state that I said to him, I've been always, all these years, since a little kid to age of 27, I really wanted to rescue him. I wanted to help him, and it never worked. So when I was 27, I decided I can't take it anymore. I don't want to see him being drunk every day. It is such a bad environment for me. And I said to him, I do need to move out with Richard, because we wanted to start a family, and that was true. So when we moved out, I felt amazing. I was like, oh my God, that's what we needed. And that's when we actually got close with my dad, because whenever I would see him, he would actually be sober. And I started to ask him questions about himself, his life, to really try to understand where this alcoholism comes from. And I really understood a lot, and I learned a lot about their relationship, their marriage, because I only used to see things from my mum's point of view, and I was really always against my dad. I was full of anger and hatred towards him. We had a really, really bad relationship, but I kept it all within me, which was slowly killing me, and that's why I got depressed as well. So when I started to understand him more, I started healing our relationship, to the point where, I started loving him more. I started connecting to love, and we had a really amazing relationship. But now I'm 35, so I moved out when I was 27. I'm 35 now, and he's living with me again. The roles have swapped, right? He's actually living with me. I'm not living with him anymore. And he started drinking again after the surgery. Of course, he's on medications, on antibiotics. And I saw that yesterday, and I said to him, I confronted him. I'm not angry about it anymore. It used to anger me so much. I used to be so angry, basically. Now I don't feel it. I think I've accepted certain things, but I was just so disappointed, and it would still trigger a little bit of anger inside me yesterday when he lied to me and said, no, I'm not drinking, I'm only drinking milk. I can't drink. He was like, I can't drink, I'm taking antibiotics, of course I wouldn't drink. And I questioned myself. I was like, maybe he's not drunk, but I could smell it. This morning I woke up at 3 o'clock, and I could taste the taste of vodka in my mouth. I was like, he's definitely drinking. So this morning I could see that he was tipsy, and I was really angry. I went out for a walk, for my run after the school. When I drop Eric off, I go sometimes for a run, normally twice in a week, because baby Joe goes to nursery twice in the morning. So I go for my run. I was going to clear my head, and I asked for guidance. I was like, obviously what I want to do is like, I don't want to be near him, right? I want to cut my cord, and I just don't want to be around alcohol. I don't even drink. It's not like I don't drink, like I drink sometimes, but it's like I'd rather not, especially that I'm still breastfeeding, like I have very small children. I don't want my children to be around alcohol, and that toxic environment, and obviously brings me back a little bit to my childhood. So I was just angry, and I was looking for some guidance, because I know what I want to do cannot happen. I cannot kick him out. I cannot, and that's not me either. I couldn't find a solution, and I got amazing guidance. They said, your dad needs love. And I was like, but to be fair, since he's been here, I haven't given him, anything but love and patience and care. And, I wasn't looking after him because I had to. It's because I really, truly wanted to. And I had so much love for him. And I've learned that what they told me is, well, but you need to love everything about him. Not only the good dad and the light in him, but you also need to love the darkness and shadows. And I was like, oh my God, that's so true. It's not like, I love sweets, right? And, nobody would love me less just because I eat lots of sweets, right? So it's the same with my dad. So I was like, I need to really embrace that love, full love, unconditional love. And I do struggle with this all my life. Whenever people disappointed me or hurt me, it was so easy to cut them out of my life. And now I'm learning to really love deeply all of their aspects. And another thing that they showed me is that when I was going through this transition to the whole 5D, was that, my dad. So when I was going through the whole transition, they said to me, at some point I was asking them, what can I do to be more visible? How can I get my point across to more people? And they said, connect to your 5D identity, connect to your divine self, connect to your 5D vision. And it's funny because one of the teachings that they told me is this. So I've channeled that teaching, but somehow I forgot to apply it to myself. And I was like, I want to spread my message more. How can I do it? And they said, you need to embody your divine self. You need to embody 5D vision and 5D identity. That's for you, and so I was meditating. So that's very important, everybody. And we will be doing that. We'll be covering one part of our training on the first day of the free I Am Abundance program. We'll be doing that. We'll be actually connecting to your divine self. We'll be connecting to your 5D identity. We'll be connecting to your divine vision. So it will be there. We'll be doing so much more on day one. And I'll probably record another message another day about what we'll be doing during the program, because it's kind of fascinating. So we'll be doing that, so don't worry. But it's really important for us to know, where we're going, where we're heading, and what we're shifting to. So I had to do that too. And in my vision, it's all lovely working with light workers and healers, the people I connect to and the people I love. And, I've had such special connection with so many people of you already here. But they said, this is just the beginning, and you are actually here to make our teachings mainstream. You will go out there in the world. You have to be on TV shows. You have to be teaching people. It will be, you will be there in the public eye. And I was like, oh, I don't really want that. I'm not about that at all. But then within me, I know this mission and these teachings are so important that I'm ready to do it. Whatever it takes, I'm ready. And I asked them, I said, so how will that look like? And they were like, don't worry, by that point you'll be ready to handle it, because obviously light workers, healers, they're more open-minded. They probably are ready for that shift, and it's easier to teach them that. But once you start doing this more mainstream, there'll be people from 3D marketing business, they'll be attacking you. It will not be easy. Not everybody will love you. Not everybody will love your teachings, but you will be prepared to handle it. You will know exactly, you have that resilience that no matter what happens, no matter what other people think of you, no matter what they throw at you, like you will be, I always see the vision as a mountain, you know, no matter if there's wind, no matter what's happening around, you're strong because you know what you believe in, you know who you are, you know that you're on a mission. God, it's so weird. I'm in this room and I can taste vodka. It's a horrible, horrible feeling. Yeah, so they were like, you will be ready for it, don't worry. So I'm like, okay, I completely trust you guys. You've been amazing. I trust you completely. And that's what I've realized I'm learning with my dad. My dad is the biggest lesson for me. You know, all my life I've been escaping, right? I was like, okay, I'll move out from you. I didn't actually learn the lesson that my dad's teaching me. My dad's teaching me you can still find your light, you can still find your peace, you can still find, like, be in alignment with who you were despite what's happening around you. So obviously he's poking me, he's really poking me with his alcoholism, right? It's so easy to get angry, it's so easy to cut people off. It's more difficult to love them. It's more difficult to try to understand the lessons. And that's what I've realized. I realized that actually I need to learn how to love everybody, no matter what their opinion is of me and how they're affecting me personally, because ultimately I know who I am and I know what I'm here to do. And everybody's opinions, like, they're just opinions. And so that's what I've realized. And today when I came into his room and I saw that he wasn't sober, and I had to do a few things with him. We went out and we had to do some paperwork, a lot of paperwork for him today, out in the town. And you know, he wasn't really with it, and he was like, oh, you know, a bit embarrassing, and you know, he stunk of alcohol. And I was just thinking, God, this realization really helped me, because my old self would be so angry, and I wouldn't be able to speak to him because I'll be so angry. Whereas today, it didn't bother me at all. And then when we came home, I just said to him, are you taking your antibiotics? And he said, yes. I said, Dad, be very careful, because I don't know, when you mix all these medications, he's taking so much medication for heart, for diabetes, oh my God, like the list goes on, with antibiotics, now with alcohol. I don't know what that can do to you. Like, you know, if I know you've been drinking. He said, no, I haven't drunk anything, you know, I wouldn't. I said, Dad, I know you do drink, and that's okay. We've had previous conversations about it, so he knows what I stand, like what my stand is on it. I said, but if you carry on, we do need to speak to the doctors and tell them, you know, I have problem with alcohol, I will drink, and I am drinking. Is this safe with those medications? Because maybe they need to alter it, you know. And he said, no, I promise you this will not happen again. I said, Dad, it's completely up to you. Like, seriously, if you want to drink, I completely get that as well. You drink. If you need help with quitting, you know where to find me. I'll always be there for you to help you quit, but it has to come from you, right? So it was such a calm conversation. Like, and before that, like, I'll be crying when I would be talking about it because it was so painful. So to summarize this, I just wanted to tell you that there are many things in our lives that will poke us, right? That will be like, that might irritate us or hurt us so much. And these are lessons. And I know this, right? Like, I know you guys know this. But I just wanted to share this with you for some reason. And it's such an intimate part of my life. I've never spoken about it. I was always ashamed of it. Now I'm like, this is my dad. Take it or leave it, you know. And I do love him so much. So, but also another thing is that, you know, it's very important when you are going through the shifts and when you're trying to reach more people and when you want to be serving people from a place of love and care and service, it's so important to actually connect to your divine self, to really understand who you are underneath all the 3D layers and conditioning, because you know that we have been conditioned so much. So that it's important to shed those layers, to purge, to heal everything that needs to be healed, so that we can connect to our divine self, the divine self that is so divine and it's so powerful, and it's your divine self that will actually create all this amazing change in the world. And to understand what you're here to create, your mission, your vision, and once you have that vision, you'll be able to identify who you need to be, who you are already. That's the thing, people say you need to change, you need to be that next level of yourself, but you already are that level of success that you're meant to create. You already are, you're just not connecting with it because it's covered under so many layers. So I can't wait to start our program. I can't wait, but at the same time I'm like, oh my god, it's going to happen so soon and there's so much channeling I need to do. But I've already like obviously done my 10-month program channel, so that's already channeled, but the 3-day I know what I need to be covering, but I will be channeling everything. So it will be exciting, it will be amazing, and we'll be doing this work together. Okay, so please share this, because the 3-day program I Am Abundance will be truly transformational. And so please, if you have any other light workers, healers who are struggling with 3D marketing, who want to shift, who want to be part of the community, please do share this program. I'll be so grateful, and I'm sure they'll be so grateful too. I hope this resonated. I hope this helped somebody today. I'm sending you lots of love as always. Take care. Bye.